All right, drivers. Today I want to talk to you about something that can save you stress, save you time, and honestly protect your mental health out there when you're on the road. And that's having systems. Not just systems for your truck, but systems for how you work with your dispatcher. A lot of stress in the industry comes from the relationship that you, the trucker, have with your dispatcher. And most of that stress doesn't come from bad people, it comes from unclear systems and mixed expectations. So today I'm going to break down a few things that can help you run smoother, think clearer, and stop letting the spot market play with your emotions. All right, so number one, know your equipment and make sure that your dispatcher knows it too. One thing I talked about earlier with a client of mine is box trucks with lift gates. He said something that stuck with me. He said it's not just about the load, it's about the places that need the lift gate. So I started doing research, and he was right. There are whole categories of locations where dock height doesn't exist. And these places are where box trucks are needed. This could be residential neighborhoods, small or older downtown areas, retail stores without freight docks, schools and universities, medical offices, storage facilities, small industrial parks, churches, city government buildings, and places with limited parking or tight turns. These are the customers that need what box trucks can do, and businesses that need what you can do don't argue about rates the same way the general spot market does. So, tip number one is just really understanding where your equipment is most needed. Right? Tip number two, it's not about the load, it's about the week. So this will save you a lot on your mental health because a lot of stress comes from obsessing over one load at a time instead of looking at the bigger picture. Sometimes your dispatcher might send you on a cheap reposition load, something slightly below your cost per mile, a lane you don't love. That's because they see what's coming next. They see the return load that pays for your whole week. They see the market opening up. They see the hot lane you're moving toward. So when the dispatcher says, we're taking this one to position you for something bigger, it's not disrespect, it's a strategy. When you understand the strategy, it reduces frustration and replaces confusion with clarity. And clarity is a stress reducer. Tip number three, build a network that protects you. Another great point from the conversation today is that a lot of stress comes from drivers that aren't keeping up with their compliance, their IFTA, their permits, their ELD issues, their maintenance, and their documents. And then as a result, they end up going out of service, which brings more stress, which hurts your business, and it hurts your mental health. That's why it's good to actually build a team and a network around you. So get yourself a reliable dispatcher that can take care of your paperwork and handle your back office issues. Get a compliance specialist that can deal with your compliance and make sure you're on top of that. And get a repair shop that you trust that you can work with on a consistent basis. If you're running solo with no support, everything is heavy. When you build a network, the weight gets a lot lighter. Tip number four, create a communication system. So here's something simple but very, very powerful. Set a daily plan with your dispatcher. Before the day starts, both of you should know where you are, what your preferences are, what type of load you're willing to take, what you do not want, whether you plan to book anything yourself. This one system alone prevents double booking, missed loads, miscommunication, wrong assumptions, mental fatigue, overthinking, anxiety, and unnecessary arguments. Most trucking stress is not about freight, it's about uncertainty. If you want more peace, reduce uncertainty. So tip number five, and my last tip for the day, when things feel out of control when you're on the road, remind yourself decision fatigue disappears when systems are in place. And give yourself three mental anchors. Number one, clarity. Know the plan. Number two, communication. Share the plan. Number three, consistency. Stick to the plan. Your dispatcher can help you succeed, but only if you are willing and they are willing to operate from the same playbook. And once you're aligned, the whole week flows smoother, your profitability makes more sense, and your stress level drops dramatically. For more mental health tips, click the link below. Like, subscribe, and share. Have a good day.